Heidi ho, good neighbors. It's white out there again. I don't know when the snow started, but it's been snowing since before we got up this morning. And we might have 2 inches, maybe a little more, of very light, fluffy snow out there. It's 24 degrees out there. I know you're not listening to me for a weather report, but 24 degrees out there, about 34 here on the porch. And here's our big Christmas tree box ready to be cracked open for the year. And I'm surrounded by other totes and boxes and stuff. And I'm getting ready to go outside. I'm not going to blow this snow right now. I'll probably just get we have a big scoop and a couple of shovels, clean the steps off. I did a little fancy dance. We had a UPS package come earlier today, one of Thelma's Christmas gifts, and from LL Bean. And I was still in my bathrobe and my genuine Indian moccasins with just leather, double sole leather bottoms. I say Indian, that's the way the Indian used to make them. They're good moccasins, LL Bean. Anyway, I went out on the back step when there was like a half an inch of snow, just to grab that bag and bring it in, and slip and almost went off the steps, scunned my ankle a little bit on the cement steps, but nobody was watching. Thelma didn't even see it, so that's okay. So yeah, I've got my wool socks. I've got my old LL Bean short. These are my slip-ons. I don't lace them up really. I'm gonna put those on. They're getting worn. I don't know if you can see that hole in the. I put some epoxy on it just so it doesn't leak. And the tread is gone on these boots, but I love them just to go out in this shallow snow and do whatever it is I got to do. Come in, take them off, leave them by the coat rack there. So that's my plan. I have to take a 5-gallon bucket down to the town office. We have a community sand pile where we can get sand. So we keep one bucket out here on the porch, one bucket in the back entryway. And in the spring, I took the 2 buckets that we had and combined them into one, and I'm not going to separate them. I'm just going to go get another bucket to keep out here on the porch or whatever. We bought a 40-pound bag of salt, rock salt, for the steps and driveway, whatever. So the season begins, and apparently we're going to get an Arctic blast from northern Canada over the next couple of weeks. In fact, just a couple of days from now, nights, they're predicting 0 temperature. I mean, 0 degrees, 32 below freezing. Anyway, it doesn't usually get this cold this early in the season. So it's not a good harbinger, so to speak, but maybe it'll soften up as we go. And maybe we're going to have a white Christmas, and maybe not. Maybe this stuff will all be gone in a week. It's that time of year. We don't know. But right now it's miserable. It's cold. It's dark and gray. The sun's going to go down in a couple hours, so I got to get busy and get out there and get my work done. I've got my flannel-lined hurricane cloth shirt on, and of course I'll wear another jacket over this, and probably not a hat. I'm not big on hats or caps, whatever. Other than, occasionally I do, especially when I'm blowing the snow. I'll put a wool cap on and or hat, whatever. I forget the difference, but anyway, I think a cap has a visor and a hat doesn't, so it's a wool hat. I'm learning these things at my age, and that in itself is beginning to weigh on me, my age. I'll be 73 in January, and Thelma and I just had, I prompted a discussion or a conversation. Sometimes we have conversations, and sometimes I invented a new word the other day. Sometimes we communicate, and sometimes we confusicate, because sometimes she's saying something and maybe I don't have my hearing aids in or whatever. It's like, what are you talking about? I'm confused. I thought I had an anchor there, but I don't. So we were communicating, not confusicating, so that's good. But communicating about, we need a plan for the next 10 years, let's say. Not that we need to implement anything right away, but we need to be thinking about where do we want to be when we're 80-ish. Do I want to be shoveling snow? No. Do I want to be blowing snow? No. So what am I going to do about that? Hire somebody, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. But we need to be thinking about it. Have a good day, folks.